Hello and welcome to Cre8tion Crochet's seamless video tutorial. This is a little round that I worked up just so that you can kind of see what I mean by seamless. This is where the seam would normally be in a hat. Typically when you make something in the round, you chain up and then work your way around and then slip stitch into that chain, which leaves a long ugly line down the center of the back of your hat. So you can see that this is where I finished up my round. And you really can't see anything. I mean, if I move it around and hide where it is, you're not going to be able to see any difference from this side to this side. If you look closely, you can see a tiny little bit where the seam is. The seam does travel around as you work. It doesn't stay straight, which also kind of helps hide any little thing that you might see. So I'm going to show you how I do my seamless round. If you watched our last video, you'll see that we made a magic circle or magic ring and put 12 double crochet into that magic circle. The next round in my pattern calls for 24 double crochet, which means I need to increase in every stitch around, placing 2 double crochet into every stitch to get my 24. To begin, I simply chain 1. Now this chain will not count towards any of your stitches. You're going to end up crocheting over that. I'm going to skip the first stitch and leave it empty, and I'm going to stitch or crochet into my second stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, insert into my second stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops and the second 2 loops to give me my first double crochet. I need to place 2 double crochet into every stitch around. So that is 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, 17 and 18, 19 and 20, 21 and 22 are going to go into the stitch that is right behind the chain 1, right before the chain 1. And then the last 2 stitches, which in this case are going to be 23 and 24, are going to go into the stitch that I previously left empty, which is right here. I am not going to go into this chain 1 space. I'm going to work over that chain 1 space, but I'm not going to go into it. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into that actual stitch that we skipped. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the second 2 loops like any normal double crochet. I'm going to repeat that into the same space or the same stitch. And then to finish off this round, I'm going to slip stitch into the back loop only of the first double crochet. So here's my first double crochet, and here are both loops to the double crochet. I only want to stitch in or slip stitch into the back loop. So I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop, yarn over and pull through, and then I'm going to pull through my loop. Now it's going to look a little strange until we complete the the third round, and then you'll see what I mean. So again, I'm going to chain 1, skip my first stitch, and crochet into the second stitch. Now this round calls for 38 double crochet. So I place 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 2 double crochet into the second stitch, and I'm going to repeat that all the way around. So I'm going to go all the way around till I get to the last few stitches, and then I will be back to show you again what to do. Okay, and we're back. I stitched all the way around. I have my last 2 stitches to complete. So this is going to be stitch 34 and 35 and 36 are both going to go into the space that I previously left empty. You can see on the third round that it's a little bit easier to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to place 35 and 36 into that previously left empty stitch. And again, I'm going to slip stitch into the back loop only of the first double crochet. So now the third round looks a little strange, but you can see in the first round what I mean when I say that you can't see a seam. You are going to work all of your stitches the same way, beginning each round by chaining 1, skipping the first stitch, placing all of the stitches around, and placing the last 1, or in the case of increasing rounds, 2 stitches into the previously left empty space, and then you're going to slip stitch into the back loop of the first double crochet to join your round. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on my seamless rounds. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.